Guess I better go do my thing. Okie dokie, I got something for you here. Here we go. Oh, big fat. Good morning. All right, take this. Take this. And go. Take my smoothie. Hey, stop it!
Okay. We're gonna go this way. Upright. Turn off my. Hello, good morning. Kitchen. All right. Look. Pen. My smoothie. Oh.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Lili, ¿qué tal?
Good, how are you?
Muy bien. Estoy muy bien hoy. How's everything? And before, well, then when everybody arrives. Y las chicas, bueno, we are waiting for Anu and for Becky. And I'm not sure about Jerome. I'm not sure, probably, not sure if he finally will join the class or what's going to happen.
I wonder what happened to him. I wonder if he's okay.
Hopefully, yes. Gonna write maybe on the side for an email just to be sure. Ay, bueno, ¿y qué tal la semana? How's the week? Good?
Boring. It's as usual.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
How-
Are are you taking any other class or any other thing during the week?
No, this is it.
Okay.
This is it.
Yeah, well, you know. Well, now it's just time to maybe enjoy other things, right?
Yeah.
I know it's not easy,
Yeah.
especially if you're the type of person like who likes to move a lot and do a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pull out this. Yeah, because I always put my alarm clock to be sure that I'm on time and everything. Okay, perfect. Estamos súper bien. We are going to review today our pronouns. We are going to talk about the personal pronouns and this. I am not sure if you got for before. You only go to practice in Duolingo, or you got other Spanish classes before?
Uh, no, just like 20 years ago, I took some in school.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
But you probably remember a little bit about the grammar.
I remembered a few words, um, vocabulary, but putting it all together is just, you know,
But then your pronunciation is super good. Something that makes me super happy. And on another hand, I know it's the same. Almost everybody. So what I'm going to do is just this
I'm
first
worried.
class.
Tyrone was a little bit intimidated. He looked
Yeah,
like, and I hope that's not why he, stopped.
yeah. Hopefully not. One
Because
of the
everybody,
things,
yeah,
yeah. One of the things that happens sometimes, and this is something that is usually the problem with the second language, and it's in general, no, it's because we always feel very afraid of be wrong,
hmm
and
hmm
I tell all my students, you need to be wrong. Like I'm still being wrong. I'm still saying stupid things in English, and
yeah,
after years, right? Practicing, I had to hire a teacher, like a tutor, to be able to work on my pronunciation, and it's still very difficult, but it was like being as a comfortable,
yeah,
comfortable able. For me it was like, and when she was just trying, and I got classes in Houston Community College, I got classes, and it was like, always, I remember the first years here in Houston, it was a nightmare for me. I was like, because I live in Miami, but I was, housewife, my friends around me, all from
yeah,
Cuba, Colombia, like, I can't, if I went to the bank or doing whatever, always it was like someone from South America there, very
yeah,
different. But when I moved to Houston, it was like, I say, a handicap, right? Like feeling like definitely you have to learn. So sometimes I tell the people, just try to do this, and then maybe spend like a month or certain time in immersion, total immersion, because it's the only way you will push yourself to to talk, because you have to. There is no option. If the people give me options, I will never speak English.
yeah. Yeah,
Because it was like, okay, I study and everything, but then when I have to talk, it was like, no, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able. Now, there are people with skills. I always say that there are people like have amazing skills in language, and it's like the same for people that has skills in math or in science. Always, I understand that it's how it is. So if you notice that for you is easier, is the best is keep practicing. I'm not sure if you watch movies and shows and everything in
I
Spanish.
try, but I don't get very much of it. They talk so fast,
Yeah.
I read it pretty good. I can understand. I have
Uh-huh.
some short story books and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
I'm doing pretty good with those. But when I hear it spoken, it's just, I'm still thinking about the sentence they said 5 minutes ago, and
Yeah.
they're
It
uh,
is. It is because it takes time. Oral, like
yeah,
the oral process is lower for sure. What
Yeah.
I do is just asking the students to have to watch some shows in Netflix or even Google has. I'm going to show you in YouTube.
There's a
We're
really
going to start to watch
uh,
a show.
Destinos. It's on the internet and just type in Destinos, and it was.
Yes.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah. A lot of people tell me about that. It's kind of a
Yeah.
soap opera.
It's good. It's a good
Yeah.
story. It's entertaining. They talk slow enough, and that's a really good one. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. No, this is something like definitely will help a lot. And there is another show that I watch with my students, but this is specifically for learning Spanish. So it goes from the super beginner level to higher level. So people speak slow at the beginning, and by the time makes a little faster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will start to watch this. Hola, Becky.
Hola.
Buenos días, chicas. Buenos días, Anu. Buenos días, Becky. ¿Cómo estamos? How are you?
Bien, gracias.
Muy bueno.
Muy bien. ¿Estás bien, Becky? Qué
Estás bien. Yep. But I don't know what happened to you guys. I don't know where you went.
Let's see. Do you
Okay,
watch
wait.
it?
Let me try.
Put the gallery there. Probably.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think I'm going back.
Okay.
Okay. So y'all go ahead.
Okay.
There it is. Yay!
Bueno, we were talking a little bit with Jolie about the experience with the Spanish learning process, but I want that we just can start today our class. Everybody has a document.
Yes.
¿Sí? ¿Todos tienen los documentos, señoras?
No, I don't have it.
The document is in your mail, and let me see if I got. Let me send.
Oh, there it is. Oops.
You got it? Okay. Yes.
I
In any case, if
I
you
got
don't have any, yeah, you got it.
I got it.
And this says clase 4 is beginner Spanish Saturday, right? Is that document?
Class A4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Class 4, papá beginner, papá.
Got it.
Right? Okay. Listo. Bueno, entonces, let's open the document. We are going to start today. But before I forget, ¿quién es mamá aquí? Who is mom? I know Anu is mamá, and Julie is mamá, and Becky, are you mom?
I'm mama.
Ay, bueno, feliz Día de las Madres, señoras.
Oh, same
Happy
to you,
Mother's
dear.
Day. I know, because
Igualmente.
tomorrow we are not going to see each other, so we have to say that.
Absolutely.
I hope you have a wonderful celebrations, even in close home, but it's not the best situation to celebrate, but I think it will be fun, right?
So is it good to say igualmente?
Igualmente, sí, señora. Muy bien, Anu. Excelente. Igualmente, sí, muy bien. Bueno, vamos. Entonces, last class, at the end of the class, we will talk about los pronombres personales. And I'm going to include el vosotros from Spain in estos pronombres, and when we do the conjugations, because you will see a lot of shows and a lot of, you're going to read a couple of stories or something like that in Spanish that it requires for you to know this conjugation. So don't get stressed. It's nothing that difficult. Just in the pronunciation, like any other pronoun is going to be there, right? Entonces, vamos a analizar los pronombres. We have the same pronombres personales as you have in English, but the first thing we have to think about is, ¿qué es un pronombre personal? What is that? ¿Qué es un pronombre? What is a pronoun?
Pronoun?
Think about.
It's a pronoun, right? So you have to
Yes,
think
it's a
about
pronoun.
who
But
you're
what is
talking
that?
to.
What is a pronoun? Thinking about grammar. Think about grammar.
It's an it.
I mean,
Well,
it
yeah, but what is
pronoun
the function?
something for a noun.
Ajá,
It is used instead of a noun.
Ajá. Well, it's almost that, right? What happened with the pronoun? The pronoun is going to help me. It's going to help me to replace, right? Replace a noun, right?
Yeah.
In the case of los pronombres personales, right? When we talk about personal pronouns, are going to help me to replace a person, right? Instead of say Vanessa, right? I'm not going. If I talk by Vanessa, you're just like this. She's crazy, right? Thinking in third person, right? Yeah. No, of course. No, I have to say yo, right? I. So we do the same, right? I. Now, in the case of you, cierto? The person who is in front of me, we say, okay, first person. Let's back to your grammar classes in the school for English. It's going to be the same in the European language. We just work very, very similar. Okay, we have first person is the person who talks, right? Right? So
Yes,
yo, right? I,
yo.
right? Who is in front of me, right? Even it's a singular or plural amount of people, right? It can be singular, you, right? You are in front of me, right? The person who I talk with, right? In front. So this always, the first person is the person who's talking. It can be singular, I, right?
Mhm.
Or it can be plural. I'm a part of a group of people, right? So we, right? See? So if I'm in the group of people, I would say, okay, first person is all these people and I, see, we, right? First person singular, yo. Now, who is in front of me? If it's only one person, we can say, okay, you, right? In front of me. Now, in Espanol, we have two types of yous. We have, and for you, if you know French, you see that it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
We have our tu, right? It's a you familiar, very close, right? And our you formal, that is where we address a person in the office or a professor in the university or a lady that you don't know. That is all, for us, it's a super important, it's a cultural thing. We address older people by usted, right? By you formal. We just mark this difference, and some people get very mad of us because of that, because they say, no, I'm not that old, right? But it's a normal, right? If I'm visiting a friend's house and their mom is there, I'm going to address the lady by usted, like you form. Never by tu, because it's too close, too familiar. So it's something that we do for culture, right? So then we have the third person. And people, when we talk first person, second person, okay, first person who is talking, second person in front of me. So if the person in front of me is a plural, right? It's a plural people, group of people, right? We are going to think about who? You all, right? So we have in Espanol, in Latin America, ustedes is our you all, right? It's the pronoun that we use for you all. But in Spain, they use vosotros as you all, right? Instead of ustedes. So this is the first moment that you will notice the difference between we and them, right? From Spain or from Latin America. Now, third person is the people that is not here in our conversation. For example, we were talking about Jerome, right? So Jerome is not here, and we are not sure if he's okay. We want to write to him, right? He is not here, right? So people who is not here is a third person. Imagine gossip, right? See? So always we say, okay, yeah, if we talk about he, about she, right? About him, about her, right? They are not here, right? So él, he, ella, she is not here with us. That's why we put in the third person. It's kind of a little far from us, right? And then ellos and ellas, right? They, one more time. If it's a boy, group of boys, right? Or boys and girls together, in Espanol, we say ellos, right? They, the group of people that is not here. Now, if it's a group of girls, ellas, they, only girls, okay? So we are going to just pay attention here, right? In our pronouns. See, it's very similar to your pronouns in English. But there is something that we miss there from English. If you have to compare your pronouns from English with the other ones in Spanish, what do you think we miss? What we don't have that you have, guys, in English?
Um, I don't, I don't know.
You
Yeah,
mean, okay, it,
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 it, and this is what makes English and the more like a mood, like a neutral mood when we talk about animals or things, right? We say it, the bed, it, the book, right? When we talk about things in English, yeah, you have the it to talk about things. In Espanol, we don't have it. No. Okay. So then when we have to make the reference to things that are around us, right? Every single thing in the world, like you can name, right? Can nominate like a cup, like cup, pen, book, computer, every single thing in Espanol has gender, like in French. See, what happened? We have to learn those genders. What is going to be your clue for genders? The people who have experience in Spanish before. What is my clue for a gender? What gives me the clue for the gender? Do you know?
the ending, the OS or the AS?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you say, Julie?
Things that end in CION as well.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
sometimes. What happened? What I need to learn is the article. Like I want right now, from right now to the always time that you're getting vocab in Spanish, learn the nouns with their article. Okay?
Okay.
Because it's totally different than English. When we name whatever in our word, for example, I'm going to name the pencil, right? You say, oh, pen or pencil. Pen is black, right? No, in Espanol, we always have to use our articles for every single thing. El lápiz, el lapicero, el libro, la casa, el computador. Every single thing has an article. And when you name whatever you name in Spanish, you need to name it with an article. First, because like I told you, this is something like everything has gender. Second, because otherwise you will not be able to catch when you have to describe something or talk about that thing, you don't know what gender to use. Because in Spanish, like in French, like in any other Roman language, like Italiano, the things, like when you describe the adjectives and you're putting, you use verbs or whatever, is a link to the gender and to the thing. The same with the amount of things, okay? So I need you to, since right now, every time you got vocab in Spanish, figure out what is the article. Like in the dictionary, you have the articles there. See, if you open a Spanish dictionary, Spanish to Spanish, you open the dictionary and you will see every single word with the article, right? We need to, or if I give to you a word and I forgot to give you the articles, you have to tell me, Vanessa, this is a feminine or masculine. Now, there are ways to guess, but believe me, always there is something that broke the rule. And it's something like, I don't want you to blame on me or maybe blame on the teacher in the book because you say, but I found a word that never followed the rule. Yeah, I know. Some words don't follow those rules. I'm going to try to teach you when and how sometimes we broke those rules. Because sometimes, like, Spanish is a blend from Greek and Latin, right? And also we have some words that comes from Arab, right? So what happened, and some even words with Germanic roots. So we're gonna talk about that then. So what happened, especially with the Greek and Latin, some words when they move or they are only Greek words, they change the gender, right? Because the Latin is kind of the first one, but the Greek words are there still, right? So that's why sometimes we change the gender, but this is there are specific cases for that, and I'm going to teach you how to handle that, okay? But for now, we know, from now to the always talking about things in Spanish, you're gonna think the word of gender things, right? Now, I tell my students, no, it's not a male, but it's a masculine word, right? Or it's a feminine word, because when you describe la casa, for example, the house, you're saying la casa es hermosa, like beautiful, la casa es blanca, la casa is like always, it's kind of you describing a girl, right? And it's something like, if you're familiar already with the Spanish, it's amazing, but sometimes because English don't have that, it's kind of a painful, like think about gender and things. Bueno, listo, entonces, vámonos. After we go to this, I would like to back to the book, because we are going to practice and learn what happened with the articles or nouns, okay? So we have chapter number 1, nouns, articles, and adjectives, okay? It's page 3 in the book. Yeah, everybody's there? Okay, so we have we are thinking about singular nouns, and we say, okay, of course, for masculine words, right? We always use the definite article L. Why definite article? Well, because we're talking about specific things. El amigo, el banco, el baño, all these words, right? The preset for the article L, right, are masculine, and the same with the feminine one, that is la, right? Now, they say, okay, most nouns, dime, Becky, tell me, Becky.
I'm looking at a news doggy. Sorry.
Ah,
I was
okay.
distracted. Sorry. I'm like a dog. I'm like, what? Sorry.
Okay.
Cute.
So most nouns that ends with O are masculine. Yes, but we still having our that's why we say most, not all, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Sometimes this part drives me crazy, you know, because like you said, like house is feminine, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Home.
The word. Mhm.
Home is feminine? No, that's masculine, right?
What is this?
Home.
Casa.
El hogar. El hogar.
It's L,
El
right?
hogar.
So home is masculine, house is feminine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Oh,
kind
wow.
of, you know, it's so are there some tricks to be able to?
No. One more time. When we talk about the house, right, we are thinking about the building, right? See, the building itself, the thing, right? Home is a noun, but it makes more sense if you think about home as a when you say el hogar, you can talk about home as my home, like Colombia, por ejemplo. My home can be like, it's more like this. You don't need to talk about a thing, okay? It's a noun that describes more like what makes you feel in family, right? Or what makes you feel like it's your place in the world, right? So this is, of course, there are the words like, and it's words in some moments. For example, I'm going to give you an example, super silly. There are words like in singular or masculine and in plural because of the phonetic problem that we have. And in plural, it turns in feminine. But this is a case specifically, and I'm going to teach you that probably in a couple of classes advanced, right? So that's why I say right now, I just want you more to learn the words by their own article itself than think why this word is feminine or why it's masculine, because believe me, we have that in linguistics, right? I can explain you, for example, like a lot of words that has like talk about content, right? Or just using for carry things are very feminine, right? And it comes from the Latin, like very old Latin, right? The base of the Latin words, right? For example, la olla, like the pot, la cuchara, right? Like a spoon, things like that are feminine, la mano, like hands, right? And I can teach you that, maybe one class for like cultural clues, right? From how the Latin works, right? But I cannot give you all the time the explanations because we can have a semester completely for college, right? So it's beautiful. If you want, I can explain to you and I can make a class. It is so amazing because this is one of the things that we love so much about having this blend with Greek and Latin. But definitely, there is a whole complete world of words, right? And I would like from now, right, that we learn the words with the article. So in that way, if I say, por ejemplo, a book, el libro, always you think in a book as a masculine thing, right? As a masculine word. But if you see el, immediately masculine. If you see la, immediately feminine, right? That's why I want you to never separate the noun from the article. I tell the students always learn the noun with the article like eternal marriage, right? Like they never divorce, right? So in that way, always when you're using the word, you always know the gender. But because if you separate the noun from the article, it's going to be very difficult. And now, something that I have to tell you, from now to probably 3, 4, 5 years in advance, you will still having trouble with the gender. I have friends that they speak wonderful Spanish and they, oh my God, they spend years in Latin America and they still having trouble with some nouns and still pronounce the nouns in masculine when they are feminine or vice versa. My son, he speaks Spanish. He learned Spanish since he was baby. And he's still having trouble with the new nouns. And the other day, even we were talking on the table with the family, and he was talking about the Gulf of Mexico in Spanish. Well, the problem with the Gulf in Espanol is el Golfo, right? Is when you say Golfo and in feminine, it's a bad word.
Oh.
So he was just talking about the Gulf and he said La Golfa, and it's a super bad word. And then everybody was like, and I have to tell baby, always masculine, okay? And it's something that can happen, okay? Like for example, in English, forget one phonic or just change a vowel, completely change the sense of the word. Yeah, it can be, okay? But you don't have to be stressed about that because believe me, a lot of people have a lot of trouble, especially when you come from a neutral, non-Romance language, okay? It's a very, usually a situation. So from now, I want that you just forget about that problem. Just learn the words with the articles and let's go ahead and practice a little bit, okay? Well, entonces, we have some words ending in O and are masculine, right? Now, some words that don't end in O also are masculine too. See, like you see in the book, we have a list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, some words ending in A or ma, como el día, el clima, el drama, right? You think those words are feminine because it's natural, ends in A, but masculine, right? Now, we have another list for feminine words, right? The next page, page 4. When we use the article la, right? We have those words, right? Like most of the time, words that ends in a are feminine, right? And definitely words that ends in sion with s, that, ta, tu are very feminine, right? So, but we have words that ends in o that are feminine, like la mano, like I talk, la mano, la foto, picture, la radio, right? Still. Now, some people call el computador masculine, some people call la computadora. So in that case, the word can be masculine or feminine. Now, some words don't follow any rules. And you see, por ejemplo, la flor, la luz, la piel, la mujer, a lot of words that ends in consonant are still feminine. So we are going to learn always new words, new vocab with the articles, okay? So don't stress about the rules. I'm not asking you about those rules, okay? Now, I want for the first exercise that we are going to do. Exercise number 1, that you just put the articles there and try to guess first, and then we are going to correct that, okay? The first guess, and then we are going to check with the rules, okay? But I want you to guess, to try to guess if those words are masculine or feminine, and just add in the articles for them. Let me know when you be ready. We can start to work. Mhm. Ready? Really? Okay. Ready, Anna?
Yep.
Okay. Just Becky needs a little more
No, I'm
minutes.
good.
Awesome. So let's go ahead. Entonces, we're going to do like a circles, okay? I'm going to call you like Julie, Becky, Anna, and we are going to start with 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, right? Entonces, número 1, Julie.
El amigo.
Perfecto. 2, Becky.
El hombre.
Perfecto. 3, Anu.
La casa.
Muy bien. 4, Julie.
La luz.
5, Becky.
El hotel.
Perfecto. Don't forget, H is silent, right? So we say hotel. Like
El
the
hotel.
it's not there, right? Muy bien. 6, Anu.
El hermano.
Excelente. 7, Julie.
La ciudad.
8, Becky.
La carro. Le carro.
El carro.
El carro, sorry.
El carro. It's okay. El
I
carro.
have it masculine and then I would said feminine.
No.
Yeah, no worries. El carro es perfecto.
El tomate.
El tomate. Muy bien, Julie.
La cerveza.
Excelente. And it's feminine, la cerveza.
Yeah.
Always the best.
As it should be.
It should be, yeah.
Women
The
rule
best.
the world anyway. No. La persona.
Excelente. 12.
La canción.
Excelente. Vamos.
El teléfono.
14.
El muchacho. El muchacho.
Sí, muchacho. Muy bien. 15.
El hombre.
Julie.
La mujer.
17.
El baño.
La viña.
Uh-oh.
El vino.
Oh, el vino. Okay, yeah.
So you
Okay.
see, la cerveza es femenina, pero el vino es masculino, right? Wine.
Yeah.
Why?
This is wine. Vino,
Okay.
el vino. Ajá. Y,
No, sorry.
that's okay. 19.
La comida.
Ajá. Y 20.
La conversación.
Perfecto. Listo. Entonces, we see it's not easy. We don't going to do this often because, one more time, this is something that you're just going to link. Okay, vámonos a pasarlos. I would like that more than the rules, you know how to move plural, singular to plural and plural to singular. And I want that we go to the document that I prepared for you. Okay, I'm going to move for the next page after the pronouns, okay? And we are going to see what happened and how we move these nouns from singular to plural. Entonces, of course, the article is going to change. Everybody's watching the document already?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So we have el auto, right? The article is el, right? And when we have to move it, el to plural, we have to use the article los. So el auto, los autos. And you see how also we move, right? The noun, just adding an S, right? So what is the rule there? Always when a noun ends in vowel, you just have to add an S.
Just an S.
Right? Use an S when you move it to plural, right? Por ejemplo, el libro, los libros, right? El lapicero, los lapiceros. La taza, right? Las tazas. See? I don't need to add any other thing. Now, very different the second case, the case of la flor. You see, la flor is a noun that ends in consonant, right? So what I need to do when a noun ends in consonant? Well, we have to add es. En español, es, right? So it makes immediately the sound es. La flor, las flores. You see? So it is always when a noun ends, right, in consonant, we have to add es, es. Por ejemplo, a ver, el computador, right, computer, los computadores, you see? So always will be es. Now, what happened in the case of el lápiz, the pencil? El lápiz, the pencil, ends in Z. And for you in English and Espanol, we call la Z, right? La Z. See? La Z. Lápiz, right? If I'm from Spain, I would say el lápiz, right? Muy la Z, right? See? Now, when I move, I have to move a word that ends in Z for plural. I have to switch la Z for la C. You see? I change zeta for se, and you will see this rule often when we have to change zeta for, we have make it in another word, we always change for se. Because in the Castellano, right, for a long time ago, and the one that is still, people still speaking in Spain, right, la zeta y la C still having the same sound, right? So they switch one for another one. In Latin America, you will not see this difference. We say lápiz, lápices, right? Most of the times you cannot, the perception of the sound don't change that much. But for Spain, yes. Okay, now we move. So when we have a word that ends in zeta and we have to move it to plural, we switch for se, right? And adding S, the same, we follow the rule, okay? So they are like the three rules. The first one is the rule of the vowel, just adding an S, right? El auto, los autos, la cama, las camas, right? When it ends in consonant, adding ES, S. So it has to sound S always when it's plural. And when ends in consonant, but is zeta, we have to change for C, for la C and add in S, right? It's not a perception, like a phonetic perception, but it's something that when you write, you have to do that, okay? ¿Listo? Entonces, we have here some words, right? From la A to la K, and I want you to do it oral, okay? I want you to do oral. And then we are going to do the exercise number 2 in the book, doing the same thing, just writing, okay? ¿Listos? Ready? So now we are going to start with Anu, then we're going to do Becky and Julie. ¿Listas? Entonces, Anu, el apartamento, make it plural.
Los apartamentos.
Perfecto. Becky, B, el computador.
Los computadores.
Perfecto. C, Julie, la pared.
Las paredes.
Excelente. D, Anu, la taza.
Las tazas.
Perfecto. E, Becky, el jabón.
Los jabanones.
Otra vez. Los
Jabanones.
jabones.
No, jabone. Okay. La jabones.
Los.
Los jabones.
Excelente.
There.
Excelente. Muy bien. See, I know when it goes like longer, we just have to slow down. Don't worry. Los jabones.
Okay.
Muy bien. F, Julie.
Los cepillos.
In this one, Anu, la crema dental. This is the toothpaste, okay? Dental, because it's like tooth, okay? La crema dental.
So las cremas dentales.
Perfecto, you got it, see? Las cremas dentales. H, what do you say, Becky?
Los cepillos de dientes.
Perfecto. Ahora, this is a toothbrush, right?
Yeah.
El cepillo de dientes, and los cepillos, and because dientes are already plural, right? Teeth, right?
You don't have to do anything to it because it's already
Excelente.
plural.
Excelente. Los cepillos de dientes. Muy bien. Y, Julie.
Los gatos.
Ajá. And J, Anu.
Los peces.
Excelente. And what I have to do there with los peces?
So add P-E-Z-E-S.
Excelente. Sí, muy bien. Y en la K, vamos, el pantalón, Becky.
Los pantalones.
Perfecto, señoras, you're wonderful. Entonces, nos vamos por el ejercicio 2 del libro. We're going to do the exercise number 2 in the book. And I want you to do this without saying anything back, okay? So try to do just doing exactly following the rules that we learned, okay?
Do I start?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Las amistades.
Ajá, muy bien, 2. Número 3, Becky.
Los teléfonos.
Número 4, Anu.
1 second.
No worries, page 7.
I was just writing this one. Just 1 second. Okay. Exercise 2, right?
Yes, exercise 2. Es el number 4. El tren.
Los trenes.
Perfecto, muy bien. 5, Julie. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Las ventanas.
Ajá, muy bien. 6, el doctor, Becky.
Los doctores.
Awesome, muy bien. 8, Anu.
Las cuidades.
Otra vez. Ciudades.
Ciudad.
Ajá.
Okay. So this is different than cuidad.
Cuidar, but remember, la C con la U, C with U sounds cool, right? C with E, C, right? Like Cecilia, right? Always remember Cecilia, right? So ciudad, right?
Ciudad.
Okay.
Because if I have U, like if I have cui, is different than ciu, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ciudad.
Okay. So it'll be las ciudades,
How do you make it in plural?
ciudades.
Sí, pero en español, remember, ciudades. Because you
Ciudad-
don't lose any
Okay.
sound, right? Ciudades. ¿Otra vez?
Yeah.
One more time.
Las ciudades.
Perfecto. Get it.
Does
Listo.
this mean to be careful?
No.
Oh, that's different.
No, cuidado is to be careful. Ciudad is city. It's a city.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Las ciudades, the cities, right?
Okay, okay.
Cities. Okay. Número 8, Julie.
Las bolsas.
9, Becky.
Las mesas.
Excelente. 10, Anu.
Los idiomas.
Vamos. Excelente. 11, Julie.
Las plantas.
Excelente. 12, Becky.
Las flores.
13, Anu.
Just 1 second. 1 second.
No worries.
Okay. Sorry, which one was I going to do?
13, número 13, number
Okay.
13.
Los perros.
Excelente. 14, Julie.
Las ilusiones.
Perfecto. Las ilusiones, right? And yes, it sounds ilusiones, right? A lot of 15, Becky.
Las clases.
Oh, this is my favorite phonic here. I'm gonna listen. What do you say, Anu? How do you say it? Número 16.
Las lesiones.
Okay. When we have together C and C, okay? One C is going to sound like and the other one like, okay? Las lecciones, okay? Like having an X, right? Lecciones, okay? When you have double C in Espanol, in any word, the first one will sound like K and the second one like S. So, las lecciones. And you make a little pause there, okay?
Okay.
See? You don't have to say it fast. So, let's do it again.
Las lecciones.
Perfecto. Listo? And now, one more time, the same sound. What do you say, Julie?
Number 16 again.
No, number 17.
Okay. Los taxistas.
Los taxistas, right? Ahí está. Número 18, Becky.
Las lámparas.
Las lámparas, ahí está.
Lámparas.
Número 19, Anu.
Las sillas.
And remember, double L, you can say, okay, you can pronounce it like Y, las sillas, or las sillas, strong, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Las sillas. And then, this is one of my favorites, número 20, Julie, what do you say?
Las luces.
And what do you have to do in that one?
Change it, the Z to C, and add a yes.
Excelente. La Z por la C, right? Changing la Z por la C. That's good.
So,
Yeah.
so we change the L-U-Z to L-U-C-E?
We
No.
change, no, we just, remember, when you make it plural, you just have to add ES, right? Now, what happened? La Z, the Z, is going to turn in C. Remember the rule?
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. So, la luz, las luces. See? The same as we did before with pez, remember?
Okay.
You did before with pez or lápiz, right?
Mhm.
Remember that I told you, if I'm from Spain, you will say la luz, las luces, right? See, because this is the sound of the Z, right? Like different. And we have to keep the same sound. But in Español para Latinoamérica, we don't need to think too much because everything sounds, right? Bueno. So let's go to think about el artículo definido y el indefinido. What happened with the definite and indefinite article? So I want that you tell me if it's the same to say, I want the apple, that I want an apple in English. Think about, oh, I want the blue chair, that I want a chair.
You, so you want us to translate into Spanish?
Yeah, no. I'm just asking you if it's the same.
Oh,
If I say, por ejemplo, for getting dressed today, I want.
no, it's not because you have to add the article.
Yeah, if I say, Becky, I want a shirt for dressing today, or I want the blue shirt to get dressed today. It's different, right? In Espanol, when we use the definite article like el or la, we are just talking about a specific thing or just a thing. We name something, right? Por ejemplo, la taza blanca, right? See, we are naming this one, and because it's the white cup, right? La taza blanca, right? But if I want to say, oh guys, I need a cup for my house, I just don't have one, right? Una taza. So I'm changing this la for una,
Okay.
right? Because la is going to tell me, okay, la taza blanca, this one, right? And a specific one, right? So when we think about definite articles, we're talking about like, we just kind of define the noun. But when we say, when we use indefinite articles, it can be anyone, right? Like a cup, right? I need a cup. Oh no, I want the white cup. See? You see? So in Espanol, we use the same thing. Por ejemplo, I saw the apartment in the next neighbor. Oh, I just went to saw an apartment, right? Lo mismo, right? So when we need to talk about things and specific type of things, we always use the definite article. When we can say anyone, like a table, a plate, a boy, right? Any case, we use, like some people, right? We just use the indefinite articles, right? So how we know this? Well, we move, right, the definite articles, right, to indefinite articles by, if the article is singular and it's using the article el, we are moving to un, right? So we are changing el for un. If it's plural and masculine, los for unos, right? See?
Sí.
Now, if it's feminine and singular, we are moving from la for una and las for unas, right? And las for unas, right? UNAS, right? So it's like when I make it plural, it's like some books are on the table, right? Unos libros están en la mesa, right? But if I want to say, oh, those books, a specific type of books, los libros de Julie están en la mesa. Julie's books are in the table. I have to use the definite article, right? See? We're going to learn right now a little bit of this, and then we will see how do we use it, okay? But no worries about that. But the important thing is understand the concept of the definite and indefinite article, because we do that in our everyday life, but we don't think in grammar, right?
Right.
This is what happened when we are learning a second language. Like we have to rethink all our grammar one more time. So, but it's an easy thing. Definite article, el, la, los, las, right? Indefinite article, un, unos, una, unas. See? So the first activity I want that we do before we go to the book is moving, and we're gonna change these ones. You see already in the book, the indefinite articles, right? In the page 8. I want that you go over the page 8 and just see how we use it. So instead of say el amigo, we will say un amigo, like a friend. I want a friend, right? Quiero un amigo, right? See?
Sí.
Un baño, un carro, un espejo, right? And feminine. Una amiga, una biblioteca, right? Por ejemplo, if you arrive to my city, right? And you don't know anything there, but you need a library. You came to me and you say, Vanessa, I need una biblioteca. I need a library, right? But if you're looking for a specific type of library, por ejemplo, the National Library, right? You have to tell me, I'm looking for la Biblioteca Nacional. You see? It's a specific, la biblioteca.
Okay.
So, no, it's not just a library, una biblioteca, right? See? Is it clear, Julie?
Yes.
Listo, muy bien. Entonces, now, you see now in the masculine side, right? Unos libros. Sorry, guys. Crazy. Okay. So in the masculine side, unos libros, unos gatos, unos idiomas, right? Then feminine, unas conversaciones, unas flores, right? So I need some flowers for my living room. Necesito unas flores para mi sala, right? Listo. Entonces, back to the document in the Google Docs, and we are going to do this oral, and then you're going to write in the activity, in the book. ¿Listos? Entonces, we're going to do oral first. Here, we are using some of the words that we already know from the last activity and new ones. And we are moving this definite to indefinite articles. ¿Listas? Ready? So I want to start with Becky now. It's her turn to start. And then Julie and ¿listas? Entonces, vamos, Becky. Número 1, el apartamento.
Un apartamento.
Perfecto. Muy bien. 2, Julie.
Un computadora. Un computador.
Excelente. Anu.
What was that?
So,
Headphones. Uh-huh. Let's think about the vowels, the sound of the vowels. Don't worry about it. Take your time.
so, okay. So would it be, so you have to convert into indefinite. Okay, yeah. Okay, so unos audiofonos.
Perfecto. Unos audífonos. Perfecto.
Audífonos.
Audífonos. You see, every single vowel has their own sound.
Yeah.
Audífonos. Muy bien. Muy bien. Vamos, Becky.
Unas casas.
Perfecto. Julie.
Unas flores.
Muy bien. Anu.
Un jabón.
Perfecto. Becky.
Un cepillo.
Julie.
Una crema dental.
Perfecto. Anu.
Un cepillo de dientes.
Perfecto. Becky.
Un gato.
Then Julie.
Una niña.
Vamos, Anu.
Un niño.
Perfecto. Niña, niño. And then Becky.
Un pez.
Muy bien. And then last one, Julie.
Unos sombreros.
Ahí está. Unos sombreros. ¿Listos? Perfecto. Entonces, ahora, now, I need you to do the same but writing, right? You're going to write. And this, we're going to finish the exercise number 3 from the book. Okay? And then we use adjectives. That is my favorite part. Okay. Listo. So go ahead. We're going to finish this.
So we are doing the same. We are doing the
Yes,
same thing.
writing.
Exercise.
Yes, write that one, and we're gonna do a little bit of the oral until the 20, just
Okay.
to review, and then we're starting with the adjectives. Okay,
Okay.
listo. Let me know whenever you're done, so we can go.
So a question.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
From number 24 onwards, it's already in.
We're starting
Indefinite
already in indefinite, right? So just moving to the definite, right? We're just moving back.
Okay.
Entonces, so we say, instead of say un museo, we are going to say el
El
museo, right?
museo.
So I would like you just to, when we go to the review, we are going to read in one and the other one, okay? You're gonna read both words, okay? So it's just for the sound. And then we're moving to the adjectives. Lista? Ready, Julie?
Yes.
Awesome. Let me know, Anu and Becky. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum.
We don't have to wait for, if you're waiting for me, we don't, are we?
No, Anu is also finishing.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we have a little time for finish. We're doing great. And this is my, if we complete today the adjectives and go to the verb set explanation, I'm more than happy. We're moving super good. ¿Listos? Entonces,
Sí.
let me know. Okay. How to finish with Becky.
You can start, I can go I can do this
Okay.
as we go along.
Listo. Entonces, vamos a empezar, Anu. Entonces, so you have to say it with the definite and indefinite and vice versa. ¿Listos?
Okay.
Entonces, número 1.
So, el libro, un libro.
Perfecto. Julie.
La página, una página.
Awesome. Becky.
La casa, una casa. Casas.
Perfecto. Una casa. Ujú. Muy bien. 4. ¿No?
Las flores, unas flores.
Perfecto. Julie, 5.
El baño, un baño.
Excelente. Becky, 6.
El vino, un vino.
Muy bien. Anu, 7.
El muchacho, un muchacho.
8. Julie.
Un hermano.
Excelente. One more time.
El hermano, un hermano.
Perfecto. 9, Becky.
Una biblioteca.
¿Sí? La biblioteca, una biblioteca. ¿Sí? 10. Anu.
El café, un café.
Awesome. 11, Julie.
El tren, un tren.
Ajá, muy bien. 12, Becky.
El planeta, un planeta.
Excelente. 13, Anu.
El dentista, un dentista.
Perfecto. 14, Julie.
El jardín, un jardín.
Perfecto. 15, Becky.
La flor, una flor.
Muy bien. 16, Anu.
La cerveza, una cerveza.
Excelente. 17, Julie.
La planta, una planta.
Excelente. 18, Becky.
La amistad, una amistad.
19, Anu.
La verdad, una verdad.
And 20, Julie.
La suerte, una suerte.
Perfecto. La suerte, una suerte. And then I want that we go over the after 26, right? Moving to the other side. So we will start, Julie. 26, una librería. So moving to, you're gonna use moving from the undeterminate to
From the
indefinite to definite article, okay? Indefinite to definite article. ¿Listo? 26. Use una librería. So I'm going to give you, por ejemplo, 25. I'm going to do 25 and you do 26, okay? 25. Un espejo, el espejo. So you will say, next one.
Oh, okay.
¿Lista, Julie? Go ahead, start.
Una librería, la librería.
Perfecto. Vamos, Becky, 27.
Una pluma, la pluma.
Awesome. 28, Anu.
Una lección, la lección.
Awesome. 29, Julie.
Una idea, la idea.
Okay, idea. Vamos a decirlo.
Idea.
Vamos. Idea. Ajá,
Okay.
it's because it's the same one, right?
Okay.
Vamos. Una idea, la idea.
Okay.
30, Becky.
Una maleta, la maleta.
Awesome. 31, Anu.
El sillón. So, el sillón. Hold on.
Yeah. Now back one more time.
Oh, el sillón, un sillón.
Perfecto. El sillón, un sillón.
1 minute I got confused.
They play with you. This is the thing. Okay. Muy bien. Entonces, now, let's start to talk about adjectives. En español, every single thing follow two rules in a sentence. The gender and the quantity. Okay, if we're talking about in plural, if the noun is in plural, every single thing after that will follow the noun, right? Plural. If it's masculine, we have to add the adjective in a masculine form, and if it's in plural, also in plural. It's not the same in English, right? Por ejemplo, if we say black cat, black cats, right? We don't have to make our adjective no masculine or feminine, and we don't have to make it plural. But in Espanol, yes, the adjectives have their own gender, like, and the quantity it shows in the adjective, okay? So everything has to coordinate to have a sense, okay? So let's see the page 11 in the book that is explaining to you what happened if my adjective ends in O. Por ejemplo, some colors, right? Como blanco, like white, negro, black, morado, like purple, right? When my colors ends in O, immediately I have to change for A if the noun is feminine, right? Or I can keep them in their own name, right? And the original name in masculine if I'm talking about something that is masculine, like, por ejemplo, el lapicero negro, like a black pen, right? I don't have any problem. But if I have a white pen, I have to say if I have a white pen, I will say el lapicero blanco. But if I change completely por ejemplo, la taza blanca, and it changed completely because the adjective has to adapt to the noun, okay? So you will see here the examples that they gave to you. Por ejemplo, el libro blanco, the white book. Then, in the second case, we're changing O for A, and we say la casa blanca, the white house, you see? El gato negro, a black cat, see? Then, la chaqueta, the jacket, right? La chaqueta negra, it's black jacket, right? El carro rojo, the red car, right? Rojo, red car. And then it changed por la lámpara, the lamp, red lamp, la lámpara roja. You see? So some of the adjectives, when they end in O, we have to switch it for A when your noun is feminine, right? When they change it for any other vowel or in consonant, you don't have to care about. Okay, you don't have to change anything. So we have, every time you have an adjective that you have to change the gender, it has to end in O, right? O for A or A for O, okay? But if the adjective ends, the original adjective in masculine form ends in A, E, and any other vowel or in consonant, you don't have to change anything, okay? So I want that you go to the next page, page 12. Go to the page 12, and we have there the colors, right? See, we have the colors, and I want that we read these colors, and we are going to make the colors in if it's necessary, in the feminine gender, if it's necessary, and you're gonna tell me, okay? Just orally. So page 12, we have those colores, and I'm going to read them, and then you're going to read I'm going to ask you in an order, and you're going to change the gender if it's necessary, right? So we have the colors: amarillo, yellow; anaranjado, orange; azul, you know azul already; blanco, gris; marrón or pardo; morado; moreno, but this is more about the adjectives for the skin color; negro; rojo; rosado; verde. So I want to ask you, Anna, if I tengo el color amarillo, would you change amarillo if the noun is feminine?
No.
Are you sure? If it's amarillo, ends in O. Yes, you have to. You have to change. Por ejemplo, ¿cierto? El libro amarillo, la casa amarilla, right? Why I have to change
That's what I was thinking. Within a pen and a book, would you change the last?
I have to change the vowel at the end, right? If the adjective ends in O, I have to change for A, okay? When it turns in feminine, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listo? Now, in the case of anaranjado, Becky, would you change it?
Yes.
So what would be in feminine?
Ana Arrajando.
Uh-huh. So what would be in feminine form?
You'd make it Arajanda.
Anaranjada.
Yes.
I know it's a super long word. This make it slower. Okay, I know.
Enarajando.
Anaranjada.
Oh, okay. Enarajanda.
Anaranjada.
Anada. Okay, so you can't just swift through it. You have to sound out all the vowels. Okay, got it.
See, now when we have this type of words that are extremely long, you just make like shorter in syllables.
Okay.
A, na, ran, ha, da. Do it.
Anaranjada.
Eso, ahí está. See? So every time you have these huge words, just separate in syllables and pronounce each one, okay? Until you get it. Okay? It's a natural thing. Listo. ¿Qué vas a hacer con el azul? What do you do with azul, Julie?
Leave it.
Leave it like that. Awesome. And what about blanco, Anu?
Yes, you will change it into Blanca.
Excelente. What about gris, Becky?
You'd leave it alone.
What about marrón, Julie?
Leave that alone or
But
change.
pardo.
Parda.
Pardo.
Parda.
Morado, Anu.
Morada.
Negro, Becky.
Negra.
Rojo, Julie.
Roja.
Rosado, Anu.
Rosada.
And what about verde, Becky?
You don't change it.
Excellent, because it's a, no, right? So if you have any, and this is for now to any single, so every single adjective. If I have to talk about nationality, right? And I say canadiense, like Canadian, canadiense, and then you don't have to change for girls or boys. Él es canadiense, he is Canadian, ella es canadiense. So, neutral, right? See? So this is a rule that I would like you to follow always and always when we have to use adjectives to describe whatever. So if you see we have a list here of adjectives for personality, for cause of the things, for whatever, you know, we have agradable, alegre, barato, caro, and all those adjectives are in the masculine form, okay? I would like that you use these adjectives to do the exercise number 4, okay? We're going to do the exercise number 4 and paying attention, okay? What is the adjectives that you have in parentheses are there in the list, okay? So you're going, depending if you have a masculine or feminine word, you're gonna use the article related to that, okay? In the masculine or feminine form. Listo? And this is going to be our activity before I start to explain to you the verb ser. And we will have some homework. Okay, go ahead. Let's go 1 to 20, these adjectives, and then we are going to just read them.
You want me to start?
Yes, starting right now. Yes, go ahead.
El hombre viejo.
I know, but I'm sorry. Write it first.
Oh, write it first.
Yes,
Okay, sorry.
I would like you write it first. Yes, I'm sorry. For now, we are going to write at the beginning. We're going to write the activity, and then after that, we will be able to read it because I need now that you do both. Okay.
So
Okay.
we choose from these words on number 12 and put it in here.
You're gonna pay attention. Por ejemplo, old, right?
Viejo.
And then we go to there and say, well, what is old in Spanish? Okay, viejo. So what I'm gonna use for el hombre, right? See?
Okay, yeah.
We are doing exercise for Julie.
I got
Okay?
it.
Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and write it. And whenever you're done, let me know. So we're gonna review this, and then I will let you know what will be your homework for next week. Listo. I'm always, since now I'm going to leave you some homework, okay? So we will be able to get into some practice during the week, before we see each other.
Hmm.
Okay, go ahead. You behave now. You behave.
Tan bello. It's like
Yeah.
like a kid.
He's a big. I left my back door open last week one morning when it was really nice outside, and 2 birds flew in the house.
Oh,
They're flying all around. Oh my God. That was really strange.
I can't imagine the dog. Crazy. Ah. I cannot imagine my cat if something like that happened. Oh gosh. He is paying attention. The bunnies outside like crazy. Then they arrive to the yard, is following them in the windows, like just moving.
Yeah.
No, be careful. One day, like a month ago, I was doing a performance with a group of friends from Brazil. And I had my last practice. We just do like a little release before. We just practiced the night before, the day before. Well, that day I had to be there like at 1 p.m. The cat escaped and went to looking for the bunnies. And I spent an hour trying to catch him. And I arrived super late to the practice, and nobody believed me. And I was like, no, you cannot imagine. It was a nightmare. Just trying to get into the other people's houses because I was looking for him in every single yard and trying to get because the bunnies makes like holes into the yards, inside the yards, fences and everything. So he was following the bunnies. And he's old already. I don't know how he make it.
Okay, keep down.
So funny. Bueno, ¿están listas? Are you ready, girls? How is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ready? Okay. Vamos entonces I'm gonna wait for the girls to start in with. This.
Oh, man.
Lista? Anu?
Yep.
Ready? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna wait a few minutes more for Becky, and that's it. And we're gonna practice this.
I'm actually puppy sitting for my friend. Austin. She just made a sudden decision to go to Austin yesterday with her 3 kids. This
Oh,
I
gosh.
was watching last week,
Uh-huh.
so here in Firethorn. So I just came to let her pups out this morning, and I just said, okay, just let me do her Spanish class from here.
That's great. Just changing the place is a great thing now. Bueno, entonces, vámonos entonces a analizar esto. Entonces vamos, Julie, con el hombre. El hombre.
El hombre viejo.
Muy bien. 2, Becky.
La situación difícil.
Perfecto. 3, Anu.
El idioma maravilloso.
Maravilloso, ¿ok?
Oh.
Maravilloso.
Oops.
Sí, maravilloso. Don't forget. Número 4, Julie.
La persona simpática.
Excelente. 5, la flor.
La
Becky.
flor amarilla.
Ujú, muy bien. 6.
El jardín guapo.
In that case, vamos a decir hermoso. Okay? Instead of guapo. Guapo is more for people, okay? For
Yeah.
boy or girl, like guapa,
Okay,
guapo,
okay.
right?
Okay.
But when it's beautiful, like a think, hermoso, okay?
Okay.
Muy bien. Número 7, Julie.
La muchacha delgada.
8, Becky.
El vino blanco.
Excelente. Número 9, Anu.
El apartamento caro.
Muy bien. Número 10, el carro, Julie.
El carro barato.
11, el hotel. What did you say, Becky?
El hotel pequeño.
Excelente. 12, Anu.
El clima fantástico.
Muy bien. 13, Julie.
La hermana inteligente.
Muy bien. 14, el libro, Becky.
El libro interesante.
Muy bien. 15, la ciudad, Anu.
La ciudad grande.
16, el hombre, Julie.
El hombre rico.
Muy bien. 17, el dentista, Becky.
El dentista Jovina.
Joven.
Joven.
Joven. Young. Joven.
Joven. Okay, it's an 8.
Mhm.
I keep forgetting that. Okay.
No worries.
Joven.
Remember, la J en español sounds
Like an
like
H.
Ajá.
So it's
Joven.
Joven. Okay.
Muy bien. 18, la bolsa.
Roja.
Muy
La
bien.
bolsa roja.
19, Julie, la ventana.
La ventana azul.
Muy bien. 20, la planta. Becky.
La planta verde.
Awesome. So you see, we did great with this. Muy bien. Ahora, chicas, I want that you work in the activity 5 and 6 by yourself during the week. Okay.
Okay.
And I would like to start with, I'm not sure, Becky, are you able to spend like 10 minutes more of class on Anu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We are going to add, because the last class, we lost kind of the beginning of the class trying to figure out how to join. So I'm going to use this 50 minutes, a little extra 50 minutes for today. So we can go, I want that you go to the page 21 in the book. And we will start today, with the grammar, also with the verbs in our first verb. What happened in Espanol? Well, in English, you have your verb to be, okay? In Spanish, we have the verb to be has 2 forms. The form of the ser, like it's something that we are going to learn today, and the form of estar that we are going to learn the next class, okay? And we are going to kind of learn and practice both at the same time, but I want to go first for probably from now on next class, we're gonna use ser, okay, to be formed in the form of the ser. And we are going to then to discuss the differences for us in English, in Spanish, to use both verbs. What happened? In English, to be can be to give a description for a person, or to be in a place, right? To be has these two functions, right? In Espanol, when we talk about the verb ser, we talk about something that is about identity, something that never changed, of the object or a person, right? When we describe, like, we make these descriptions of something very, like, something that is going to describe the thing as the thing is, or describe a person as the person is, see? So that's why the verb ser is attaching a lot to the adjectives, right? So today, before we move to any other thing, I want you to go and see how we use our verb ser, right? We are going to put the verb ser in together with the personal pronouns that we learned today, okay? So the verb ser with yo will be yo soy, right? With tú eres, the you are, but this is our you familiar, right? Very close. Now, what happened with the you formal? I know it's a second person, but because in the formal way, you're putting the distance between you and the other person, you're going to manage that in the third person, okay? So your usted will be in the third person. And always is going to conjugate the same as you conjugate él or ella, okay? So it's going to be the rule always for any single verb, okay? So we say, yo soy, tú eres, right? You are. Then, él es, he is. Ella es, she is. Usted es, you are. And you see, it's going to be S for all this. Now, nosotros somos, we are, right? Vosotros sois, you are. Ellos son, they are. Ellas son, they are. Ustedes son, you are. So remember that I told you that the adjectives, right? The nouns, right? If the nouns are feminine or masculine, we have to locate them with these pronouns that we use. Por ejemplo, la flor. La flor es roja. You see, la flor will act, even it's a flower, as ella, right? El auto es rojo. You see, auto will act as a él, right? So always when you have to think about nouns, like things in the world, you're going to locate them in the third person, right? Él or ella. And if it's plural, you're going to locate those things in the third person plural. Por ejemplo, los autos son rojos. Las flores son rojas. You see, like they. I'm using the form of they, right, for them. Yeah. See, it is clear, Julie? See, entonces, I want that we go and pay attention how do we use the verb ser in the form of to be, but to be when is description, a profession, a point of origin, identification, possession, material that something is made of, or where an event is taking place. No location, no emotions. Now, all those things go to another form of to be that we have in Espanol, right? So I know in English, you will say, por ejemplo, I am Vanessa, I am in my house, I'm a teacher, right? I used to be for so many things, but in Espanol, we only going to use ser for yo soy Vanessa, yo soy profesora, know where I'm located, right? If I want to talk about my emotions, right? I'm happy to be here. Yo estoy feliz. I'm not using ser for that one, okay? So now we are going to kind of separate the verb to be in our heads a little bit. And the way that we use more, it will be a lot easier. But you're gonna separate, and only when we talk about identity, description, origin, por ejemplo, yo soy de Colombia, right? I am from Colombia, right? See? If you have to talk about your point of origin, girls, okay, I'm going to start it. Yo soy de Colombia. Julie, ¿de dónde eres? Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres?
Uh, soy de California.
Excelente. Becky, ¿de dónde eres?
Yes, soy Texas.
De Texas. Ujú. Muy bien. Anu, ¿de dónde eres?
Oh, wait, we can't hear you.
Ay, you're mute. You're mute.
Sorry. Yo soy de Mumbai, India.
Excelente. You see? Ahí está. Ahí está. Hmm? So this is point of origin, right? Now, if you have to think about it, describe yourself, and this is our activity for today before we leave the class. I would like that you think about adjectives of personality. And I want you starting to describe yourself, okay? Think about your personality and think about one person in your family that you want to describe. It can be your son, your husband, your sister, your mom, any person in your family that you want to describe their personality, okay? Okay, I want that we go, so now to the activity 3 in the Google document that we have, right? And we have some adjectives, I don't put a lot. Adjetivos de personalidad, you see the picture, say, okay, divertida, see, fun, right? It can, if it's a boy, it can be divertido. Sociable, sociable, like outgoing, right? Sociable can be for boys and girls, right? Optimista. It's very similar in English and in Spanish, optimistic, right? Alegre, happy person. It's when someone is it's a happy person. No feeling, it's about personality. Estudioso, like a person who likes to study a lot, right? Like a hard worker in school, right? So I want that you research, like go ahead and looking for 3 adjectives or 4 adjectives in order to describe yourself, okay? If you have the adjectives here in the last activity, looking for those, and you're gonna think about one person in your family and you're gonna put 3 adjectives of them. So it can be él, like in the case of a boy, or ella es, right? So using the verb ser, okay? So let's go ahead and write that. I want you have like 5-6 minutes, do it. And we are going to listen you, okay? Girls, I'm going to add to the document, to our document, I'm going to add one chart with like a lot of adjectives. Okay. So if you want to refresh in a few minutes, I am going to add in another one. Okay. Other ones. Okay, you can use
Oh.
this one. Okay, it's there now. So, okay. It's there.
Oh.
So you can use more adjetivos de personalidad if you want. It's after that picture after.
There's some more on page 38. I was actually looking
Oh,
at.
yes, yes,
I
you
was
will have a
wrong.
lot.
Yeah.
Mhm. You will have a lot. I'm just giving you some in the chart. But yeah, definitely there in the book, we have tons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for this one, if you want, you can use anyone, right? Like it's up of you. Just keep in the packs, sometimes help you. But yeah, in the book, oh my God, we have a lot. Listo. Bueno, entonces, just let me know whenever you be ready to describe yourself and describe someone in your family. Are you ready?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
You want to say, my son's name is Nick. I wrote, mi hijo es nombre Nick.
No,
But
se llama, mi hijo se llama.
whereas when I wrote it in Google Translate, it says, el nombre de mi hijo is Nick.
Exacto, you can do it too. It can be both. Can be mi hijo se llama o el nombre de mi hijo es Nick.
Yeah.
But I want you just to tell me, ¿cómo es Nick? Entonces, Nick es, and then you use 3 adjectives for him, okay?
Yeah, got it.
¿Listo? ¿Listo, Julie? Vamos a escuchar a Julie. I'm gonna listen, Julie. She's gonna describe herself. Ella se va a describir a sí misma, and then, ¿a quién vas a describir? Who you pick to describe?
I guess my son.
Ah, muy bien, excelente. Entonces, tu hijo. Bueno, vamos, Julie. Entonces, ¿cómo eres, Julie?
So I do me and then I do my son.
Sí, ajá.
I put soy alta, amable,
Ajá.
un poco gorda.
Excelente. It's perfect. ¿Y cómo es tu hijo? ¿Cómo es tu hijo?
Mi hijo es guapo y delgado.
Y delgado. Ok. ¿Y cómo es su personalidad? One from personality. Amistoso. ¿Amistoso? Muy bien, excelente. Bueno, vamos, Anu. Entonces, ¿cómo eres tú?
Well, I'm looking at the adjectives. I didn't write about me. I just wrote about my son.
Okay, just pick
Uh,
2 or 3
so,
adjectives. For
yeah,
me.
okay.
Yo
For
soy.
I'm looking at page number 29, right? You said.
Yeah, it can be. 29.
So,
Sí.
yo soy.
Oh, no, 29, no. Use if you want, just use the adjective that I gave to you here in the
Oh, okay.
in the page.
Okay. Yo soy un sociable.
Sociable. Ujú,
ah,
ujú.
Y alegre.
Ajá, excelente. ¿Y
Okay.
cómo es tu hijo? How is your
Ah,
son? Él
ah,
es.
él muy sociable, optimista y estudioso.
Ok, él es. Él es. Ok.
Él es, ok.
Ajá,
Él es
ajá.
muy sociable, optimista y estudioso. Él un
Ok.
buen muchacho.
Excelente. Él es un buen muchacho. Ahora, él es optimista. And this is very funny because
Ah,
optimista, masculine or feminine, the
es que,
original word is optimista. So never change,
okay,
right?
okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Optimista. Yes, it's like, and you will see when we get into the professions, okay? El artista o la artista will be the same because en now, okay?
Okay.
It's a neutral. Okay. Becky, ¿cómo eres tú? ¿Cómo eres?
Yo soy estudiante de Spanish.
No, yeah, well, yes, but now I'm looking for information about your personality or
Okay.
even physical if you want to describe yourself. But
Yo soy,
mostly use adjectives.
yo soy es pequeño.
Yo soy baja, short.
Pequeño, short.
Entonces vamos a decir, yo soy baja.
Baja.
Ujú,
Yo
ujú,
soy baja.
ujú.
Yo soy es fuerte.
Yo soy fuerte, strong.
Fuerte.
Ujú.
Strong.
Ajá,
Okay, and then I wrote about my daughter.
ajá. Entonces,
Ella-
¿cómo es tu hija? Ella es.
Ella es alegre
Ajá,
y joven
ajá.
y elegante.
Inteligente.
Inteligente.
Excelente. Now, because you have these adjectives that I put in the document, right? I would like that you pick three persons that you're gonna describe, okay? And describe 3 persons in your life. And so we have two homework, 2 parts of the homework. The first one is going to be the exercise 5 and 6 on page 15 in the book, right? The second part of the homework is you're going to pick 3 persons that are important in your life. Can be your best friend, your mom, any other one. And you're gonna describe these people by using more adjectives, okay? So you have these adjetivos de personalidad, and I add a chart in the document already. So we're gonna talk about personality, not yet about any other thing, okay? Then we are going to start to talk about the professions. Next class, we're going to talk about professions, okay? And nationalities and how to talk about that stuff, okay?
Okay, I lost my pen. What page in the book was our homework on?
La página 15, page 15.
Okay.
Sí, ejercicio 5 y 6. ¿Listo? And then this is three people that you know, like it can be your best friend, your mom, your sister, whatever you have to tell me. Who is? Entonces, ¿quién es? Es mi mamá. ¿Cómo es? And think about personality. Use personality. I don't want that you talk about any other thing yet. Next class, we're going to talk about professions and we're going to talk about nationalities, okay? So how to describe people, and we're going to do one activity for nationalities, okay?
Okay.
¿Listas? Entonces, pues, I'm super happy, girls. Thank you for coming, and I'm happy that we make it. Hopefully, Jerome don't lose more classes because I'm worried.
Yeah.
This is the base of the base. Okay.
Yes.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, bye-bye.
Enjoy
Good
your
Have a good
week.
week.
Happy
Bye.
Mother's Day.
Happy
Feliz
Mother's
Día,
Day.
Mama. Enjoy
Bye-bye.
your weekend.
Bye-bye.
You too.